Do you ever feel like your life is defined by a sequence of perfect moments that simply never happened? You carry the ghost weight of every fork in the road, every unanswered call. Today, you will understand why regret itself is not a punishment, but the clearest map to living right now. You know that feeling well. It arrives when quiet settles into your mind. It's the constant ache for the what if. You replay past conversations and choices over and over. You wonder what version of yourself might have been happier, or richer, or safer. This deep need to revise your history is a very human struggle. It makes you feel stuck in an invisible loop. We treat missed opportunities like they are physical wounds that demand constant attention. But these moments of regret actually matter more than you think. Because the feeling itself is not about fixing the past. It is telling you something deep about what you need to do next. You are constantly measuring your present life against a potential alternate reality. This measurement is exhausting. So, how does that endless comparison start changing when you finally look at the pattern of regret differently? The first thing you must understand is the illusion of time. We wait for the perfect window. We believe there will come a moment, a better job, a different relationship, more money, that will let us finally seize the opportunity. You think that giving yourself just a little more time will change everything. You hold your breath until the universe seems to deliver the right circumstances. We mistake potential for inevitability. Think of it like trying to catch sunlight in a jar. The perfect moment requires zero pressure. It just has to happen. But waiting makes you slow down. Waiting stops you from moving. And movement is what actually creates opportunity. You miss chances not because they didn't exist, but because you were busy preparing for them to arrive. But the problem isn't really timing or external chance. There was one thing the concept of time completely missed. It missed talking about you. We spend so much energy judging our past selves. We look back and see a person who seemed foolish, too timid, or not smart enough. You punish that former version of yourself constantly. You think if you had been braver then, everything would be fine now. This is the myth of the perfect starting point. The truth is, you don't actually regret being unsure or making a mistake. Those feelings were necessary ingredients for who you are today. The moments of doubt created your empathy. The stumbles taught you how to get up. You judge these past actions with the knowledge and clarity of today. That comparison is unfair to yourself. But there was one thing that regret almost never points out. It ignores the idea of self-forgiveness. The second hurdle we face is the internal barrier, the fear. We treat missed opportunities like they are threats. They warn us not to try again or not to want anything good. This caution keeps you safe in place. You build a protective cage around your current life. It feels steady. It feels manageable. But that cage also stops you from seeing what is right next to you. You only see the biggest, most spectacular chances, the ones that would change your life forever. You ignore the small doors, the simple connections, the casual conversations that might have mattered just enough. Opportunity rarely arrives in a blinding flash of lightning. It often arrives like a quiet drizzle, slowly soaking into what was dry. So how do you start noticing those gentle moments? The final realization involves letting go of the word perfect. We wait for perfect conditions before we act. We wait for the ideal partner, the flawless market, or the perfect day to write that book. This waiting is a form of procrastination dressed up as self-respect. It feels thoughtful, but it is simply paralysis. The hardest thing about mischances is that they are defined by what they were not. They were never whole. They were incomplete stories. And we spend our lives trying to finish them in our heads, only to realize the ending was always empty anyway. What if the most valuable lesson of any missed opportunity is simply how much you learned about yourself while waiting for it? It's a survival manual. It tells you your limits. It shows you where your courage truly lies. The gap between who you were and who you are now is not defined by what you didn't do. It is built only by the choices you made to stay alive. This is the deepest turn of the idea. This realization changes everything about how you view regret. Regret is not a mistake you must fix. It is simply data. It is information delivered by your own brain, telling you where the risk might be too great. You do not owe your past self an apology. You only owe your present self attention. Stop trying to retrieve those perfect moments that slipped away. They are gone forever. And chasing them will cost you every moment that remains. Instead, take the energy you spend wishing things were different. Direct it into asking a single question: what is the smallest possible thing I can do right now? Start there. Action, no matter how small, creates its own momentum. You don't need to chase your lost chances. You just need to notice the chance standing directly in front of you. The perfect life will never arrive like an answer to a difficult question. It is built by showing up fully for the questions that are already here. What are you noticing right now?